here with Nathan Rosenberg. So introduce yourself a little bit.
Hey guys, so yeah, my name's Nathan.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Nathan Rosenberg. So you work at King Taps
Yes,
full
sir.
time.
Yep.
You also have a Infinity.
Restart.
No.
Restart. See, we can't do this here. It's too unprofessional.
Who cares? Yeah, we're not going to be doing it in a coffee shop, bro. We're
Bro,
filming in a coffee shop.
we're filming?
Yes.
Why are we filming?
This is how it is, bro. All right, lock in.
Okay.
All right, cut.
Take two.
Not even gonna sit. Okay. Hey guys. This is the Ryan Lappy Pepsi pod. That's what we're calling it, the Pepsi pod.
Huh.
So introduce yourself.
So yeah, my name's Nathan Rosenberg. Been here for a while, That's about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Been where? Like in
Just
my
here.
house?
Yeah,
in
just
my house.
around.
Been around a long time. So you got a Q50, you
Yes,
work
sir.
at King Taps.
Yeah.
So explain a little bit about that. Like, what was the motivation to get that car? Even though I mean it's it's still kind of shit now, but like it's got a pretty good upside.
Yeah, so basically all that's going on is, had money, was looking at it, was gonna buy another car, but this one's just reliable, It's a good reliable car,
Interesting.
comfy,
So it has 180,000 kilometers, and you're going to be putting all this nice new stuff in it. Don't you think that that's a little bit of a risky play? Because what if, let's say, it blows up at 200,000 after you put like $5,000 worth of stuff in it, and then you don't have a nice car anymore?
No, I mean, there's risk to everything in life, and if you're not willing to take a risk, what do you have? I'm willing to take a risk.
There you go. No, that's valid.
That's all there is to it.
So what's it like being a 17-year-old working full time at a restaurant?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of money. You know?
It is a lot of money. You buy a lot of steep teas.
Yes, sir.
So
it's my addiction. It's what I do.
I see. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, we actually just finished up a round of golf, 9 holes.
Yeah.
Nathan may or may not have been losing a lot of balls. A lot were in the bushes. Some got stuck in the ground. Some just disappeared. I actually hit it really well. I, played really well. I beat you by a lot of shots if, the viewers didn't know.
Once again, I'm willing to take a risk. If we played 18, my risk would have paid off and I would have won. He played it safe. He beat me in 9, but maybe if we played a little bit longer, I would have won.
Yeah, maybe. You never know, I guess. Also, Nathan's thinking about getting You're thinking about getting a new car. Is that still on the table, or are we like committing to the Q50?
I mean, it's never off the table.
I see.
It'd be sick to have a second car. I mean, 2 cars at 17, who's really doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, Q50 at this moment right now, I think Q50 is where my focus is at. Just want to make that one look nice for the summer. We're cool for the summer.
Yeah, in many aspects.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I could get a little bit of play with a Q50, I mean, I'm gonna work on the Q50. I don't think a Volkswagen shooting flames is gonna get me where I want to be by the summer.
Yeah, and just to clarify, like getting play is like Urban Dictionary for like having motion. Having money, like nothing weird or anything. Obviously, it's just like getting play is like being cool.
Of course.
Yeah, and so it's pretty cool. I don't really have anything else. I mean, I kind of know everything about you, frankly.
Because
you kind of like won't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Of
course.
But yeah, no. I mean, school. How's school going? Like, I don't want to out you. I don't want to say anything you might not want the viewers to know, but like I'm pretty sure you may or may not have dropped a class. Is that right? That's what I maybe have heard.
Yeah, so I mean, long story short, at the end of the day, dropping this class has made it so I'm able to work full time and make more money.
I see.
Without dropping it, I would have had to focus all my time on school to do something I didn't want to. And the whole reason I took this class was to get into an electrical program. which I found a quicker and easier way where I can make money to go to school and I don't need physics. So, I mean, why would I do that class if I don't need it at the
Yeah.
end of the day? I'm not a time waster. It's not what I do.
Yeah. Not a time waster at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're currently both on a bit of a gym grind, I'd say.
Yeah.
You had a little. I did like a couple months a few years ago. Then you really got into it, like after, and now you're like the driving force of the friend group in the gym,
Yeah,
and
of course.
you're like the role model, getting in there. You've been in there for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Put on some big time muscle, and
Hmm.
now I feel like us now that we're both hitting the gym consistently, we're bouncing off of each other's momentum, and it's just
Yeah, of course.
pushing for the.
Yeah, I think the gym is just a really important thing for everybody. You know, if you're not in the gym, what do you really have? I mean, you could be broke,
Mhm.
you could be, not have many friends, but if you're willing to work hard in the gym, I truly believe that you're willing to work hard at anything.
Yeah,
And it teaches you discipline, dedication, and just how to really grind.
yeah,
I mean, maybe you're a hard worker, but you can't get that last rep, those last partial reps, and
mhm.
that might translate to work. Maybe you're about to get the promotion, you've been working super hard, but you're not willing to go just that extra mile. And I think the gym really teaches you that. As
Yeah,
well as, I believe if you have a good physique and you're healthy in life, your brain is a lot better working. Like you
yeah,
have a clear mind. And I think people just respect people who are healthy.
mhm.
I've never met someone who's 500 pounds that gets the same respect as someone who's 250 lean,
Yeah,
6'2". I mean, it's just not the world's standards. You have to be fit.
yeah,
I mean, I get it if you're starting in a hard spot, but just get in there. Just start.
yeah,
It's just you got to get in there. When I started, I was 100 pounds, not even, just super scrawny, and now, I mean, sort of on the Greek god kind of thing right now. You know?
yeah. I think, and even above, like, obviously that's important. Like you're gonna learn so many things in the gym. You're gonna learn how to like be disciplined, how to show up, how to do things you don't want to do, how to be in situations you're uncomfortable in, because like no one wants to start out. Like I have it easy because this, but like anyone going to the gym, like you're gonna be uncomfortable. You're not gonna feel like you like fit in or whatever. But I think even on top of that, like once you become fit, I think your self confidence is like it's just gonna take a whole new turn.
Yeah,
Because like
100%.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna say I'm necessarily like struggled with too much confidence problems, but like there's definitely a huge jump from like the insecurities I had like 4 months ago, and then like where I am now. Like I don't have. I'm not like. I feel like I'm so much more content with who I am
Yeah,
the bigger I get, versus like if you kind of walk around skinny and you don't work out, you're almost like just running off your ego as if like I could do this, I could do that, but like you're not, right? Like you're
yeah.
not benching 200 pounds, you're not working out. So I think it's like a big thing for confidence, and then you're also I feel like you're just I feel like there's something to be said about being really strong and knowing how to control it
Yeah.
versus being really weak and like an erratic person.
I mean, 100%. And going back to your confidence thing, I remember, you know, even until now, I've always been insecure about like a lot of things with my body. And I remember when I was first starting, it was like I was skinny. Like I wasn't in any way fat or like had an ugly body, but I was just so insecure. Like I wouldn't take my shirt off, I wouldn't do anything like that. And now, like, even now, like some days it's like, no, I'm just gonna wear a hoodie or whatever. But I feel like I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like having the confidence, and I've noticed just in like my mental health, it's made it so much easier just to go day to day.
Yeah.
And that I just think the gym's helped with that so much, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the gym's huge. And then I mean, I like perfect example. You make pizzas. Like currently, I'm talking currently,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like your
Hmm.
day-to-day life right now, you make pizzas and go to school and then do whatever, and I just play golf. Those are not things that you would think the gym are like super applicable to.
Yeah.
Like a golfer, right? Like
Hmm.
that doesn't really matter. But I've probably put on like 25 yards of distance, and if you're have a way better physique, what's that fat guy's name at your work?
Preston, my boy
Preston.
Preston, great
So
guy.
yeah, so the difference between you and Preston is you're gonna be able to maybe make X amount of pizzas and not feel tired, and he's gonna, be eating his sausages on his every 30-second break.
I mean, much love to Preston. He's a good guy. He does things I don't fully agree with sometimes,
Like eat.
like eat terrible, smoke weed, stay up super late, drink, all underage, by the way,
And make minimum wage as a grown adult.
and make minimum wage. And I've noticed things like, for example, not too long ago, I got a pretty decent promotion. And that main thing that he said why I got that promotion was hard work, always showing up. Preston has to call in normally once a week. One time was because he sprained his wrist making a pizza. I can't imagine spraining your wrist making a pizza. Another time, the most common is because he stays up late eating tacos and he feels terrible in the morning and has a sick stomach. So I think it all just revolves around your healthiness, like to what you eat and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think even if he hit the gym every day and worked really hard but wasn't really seeing the results, he would at least be able to have that discipline to be like, no, I'm gonna not make an excuse to not go to work today, and I'm just gonna get up and do it.
Yeah,
Because he would have like
exactly.
calloused his mind a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think? I think one of the big things for me, kind of on this like growth journey this year, is like religion. Like I used to be so against it. Like I used to just think there's no way you can prove it. There's no proof of it, and it's someone's word. It's a telephone game. I had all these analogies for why I didn't think it was real. And I think the more that I've kind of like tapped into like really learning about it and actually listening to people who are involved in it and everything, and truly like follow their faith, and it's totally changed the way I think. Like obviously, I'm still very naive to like a lot of things about it, and I'm super new, but I think it's made such a big difference in my life. And I think the biggest thing for me is that everyone has like their own journey and their own path and their own interpretations of their faith and things, for example. So what are your thoughts? Because I kind of know what your answer is, but I just want to hear it.
I mean, yeah, so faith is something that my whole life has been a little complicated. Like my sister is very faithful. She goes to church, she works in youth groups, she goes to a religious camp in the summertime, as well as my grandparents are very religious. My parents aren't as much, especially my dad. My mom is a bit religious, but it's something where I find it hard to believe sometimes. It's something I'm trying to learn. I think it's hard for me to, like, for example, church. I think church, in a way, I've gone many times with my family, and I almost find it in a way creepy,
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I'm very willing and open to hearing about and learning about. But for me, I haven't really seen, like, I haven't experienced like the feeling of like true like religiousness
Yeah,
and that kind of stuff. But I do strongly agree with a lot of the points about religion, like the rules in a way,
yeah,
and what you have to like how you live and that kind of stuff, like being kind, like knowing your values and all that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
And it's something I'm really wanting to learn about, but haven't gotten necessarily like the motivation to go out and actively like pursue religion.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. I think I had like obviously we even like 4 months ago we were kind of on the same page with all this.
Yeah.
I literally remember we were in the car or something, and I made a point about how I was like, oh, this doesn't make any sense, and you're like, bro, write it down so I could tell it to my sister, something like that, right? Like we were
Yeah,
totally just like, screw this, like this makes
yeah.
no sense. But I think one of the things that I thought about that really was, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna start like investing some time into this, is if everyone has their own interpretation of the Bible's teachings and God's words and all the gospel and everything, and and like you have your own path and journey, and you don't need to listen to the people saying you need to wear this, you can't wear that. Like some of the things that maybe I don't fully agree with, like we were at the mall and some guy was like telling Carson not to have his hair that long.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like things
And
like
you
that.
can't have earrings.
Yeah,
that
right?
kind of thing.
Things like that where I'm like, you know, like I don't know how much I agree with that. But the one question that I asked myself, or I heard maybe, it was, would the world be a better place if everyone was religious or everyone was atheists? And I was like, by far, it would be a better place if everyone was religious.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, it's the power comes with the belief and not the truth in a sense, right? Like
Mhm.
if you truly believe that your dead grandpa's watching you every day, you're gonna be a good person.
Yeah.
You're gonna do good things. You're gonna be a good person. You're gonna try to make the right decisions. If you just believe that you're here and you're gone and nothing that you do matters, like I just think you're gonna act differently. So I think there's
Yeah.
so much of it comes in is just what you choose to believe. And if you choose to believe something, there shouldn't be any scientific evidence that should be able to like tarnish what you believe. So I think it's just the belief part that's super powerful.
100% I agree with that. I mean, going back to your point, what I believe is if you, in a way, follow the rules, but have your own kind of thing, like, oh, well, I don't fully agree with this, so I'm not going to follow it, 100%. But if you're still, for the most part, following and learning and just expanding your mind, I fully agree with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the other things, like kind of adding on to that, is that kind of deterred me from it was I was always like, and people I'm close with kind of think the same thing that I've talked to. Like, I believe that they'll say, and I even said, I believe there's a higher power and that we're here for a reason and that, you know, everything happens for a reason, etc. But they just don't know what it is, you know?
Yeah,
And they don't want, not necessarily they don't want to think, but they don't think it's Christianity. Maybe they had like a bad interpretation with a Christian or something like that. But I truly think if you think it's part of Islam or if you think it's uh, any religion, right? Like you just have to find which one you truly believe in.
Yeah.
And I just think that there's so much upsides to it, and I really think it's like actually life changing. I really do think it is. But it totally comes from within, because if you go, I'm gonna go to church and you expect your life to change, like that's not how it works. Right? Like it comes from your belief. Like you have to put in the effort.
100%.
So it'd be the same as if like you went to a golf course but didn't hit any golf balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it's a very interesting topic, and I think it's so fun to like learn more about it.
Well, also, I think there's like one of the reasons why I find it interesting is everybody will tell you something different. You know, nobody has the same story about it.
Yeah.
And I think that in that aspect, it's very cool.
Yeah.
You know, to learn everyone's reason, everyone's why.
Yeah. And another person who really changed my perspective is that one dude on TikTok. The one guy.
The blonde guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is such a cool dude.
Yeah.
And like just the way that like, because I also had this one guy come up to me at LEC and preach gospel, and it was like, I actually was like, wow, like that was awesome. But I feel like the people who choose to represent the religion that way are changing the game, because they're such a good example, and those are the type of people I'm like, he's really convincing.
I mean, and for example, like the guy who talked to Carson, I don't think that guy
did a very good job.
Yeah, because he's saying, oh, well, like God won't accept you because XYZ.
Yeah.
But this guy, I think his name's Bryce.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is.
You know, he has his own things. He's like, yeah, this was my past. And he shares that. He has tattoos, all these other things. But he's like, here's why I believe God, and here's why I think it's the right decision.
Yeah.
You know, and I think this is why it's the best decision I've made.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's something. I also do think it's something though that you can't really be forced into.
Yeah.
Like I can't sit here and be like, Nathan, you should be. You know, because I feel like you need to find it on your own.
Yeah.
If you ever do, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's kind of how it's supposed to come up. But
I'm not fully educated on it, to be quite frank. I mean, I think I know that it basically means if you fully believe something and
Mhm.
truly see it in your future,
Yeah.
it will happen.
Yeah.
And I fully agree. I think no matter what, if you can see it and you can believe it, it will happen.
Yeah.
You know, Conor McGregor.
Yeah. There's so many quotes from him that just resonate with me so well, but I think like there's so much power in it, and I think the biggest thing is it's like the manifestation part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not even, I think, there's so many metaphors that they say like the world's your genie, and um you put it out into the universe, it'll come back to you. It's almost as if there's like an outside, like a third party power, like the
Yeah, yeah.
universe is like doing work to bring it to you. And I think some people are like, the universe isn't going to give me anything,
Yeah.
I'm in control of myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the misconception is it's like, yeah, obviously you're in control of yourself, and your actions dictate what you get. But you can't, if you sit in a ball and you go, I kind of want to be a professional golfer, but I don't know, you're going to act like someone who doesn't know. If
Yeah.
you tell yourself, I'm gonna be a professional golfer, I'm aspiring to be a professional golfer, when you're at the golf course and you have 30 minutes till dawn, you're not gonna leave an extra 30 minutes out there, because a pro golfer wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, another thing I've heard, which I find so fascinating in its own way, is something that Togi said.
Mm,
He was like, when everyone's a kid in elementary school,
yeah.
they have these big aspirations, these big dreams. Oh, I'm going to be a professional hockey player. I'm going to be a firefighter.
Hmm.
And as you grow up, I think the world, like not necessarily the world, but everybody and everything kind of just takes it away from you.
Yeah.
But if you still believe when you're older, because in your mind, as a kid, you're like, oh, I'm going to be a firefighter. Your dad buys you a little helmet and a
Yeah.
jacket. You put that on, you're a firefighter.
Yeah.
You know, so if you really believe, why can't I be a firefighter? Why can't I be a professional hockey player?
Hmm.
Why would it not happen?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's something to be said about that, because when you get a firefighting hat and an axe
Mm-hmm.
and a red suit as a kid, this is the one of the steps of the seeker, like from the book. It's receiving. It's like they say, the feeling of receiving what you want.
Yeah.
And you, as a kid, you're like, I'm a firefighter. You
Mm-hmm.
feel it. You're like,
Yeah.
this is what it feels like. I have the power with this axe. Like, it's so empowering. And I think that, to your point, like, it does get lost over time. And I think one thing that I fell into too is like, oh, I'm 17, I'm almost an adult, I'm running out of time,
That's something I've always struggled with. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I see these guys, like, even people I know, like my cousins, they're 22, 23. And in my head, I'm like, why am I not where they are? Why
Hmm.
do I not have this car? Why do I have this car and not this one?
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's like there's a balance to it, because in some way it's going to be motivating. You'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm behind the ball, I need to go get that car. But then it also could be kind of demoralizing, because you're like looking at this big mountain and you haven't even taken a step almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you can balance it, it's okay. But sometimes I need to at least like look back and be like, dude, like, you could turn pro at 30.
Yeah.
There's a guy
Yeah.
who went to jail and ended up going and playing a PGA Tour event,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, it's never too late. So I think sometimes I'm like, dude, if I don't turn pro by 19, I'm never gonna turn pro. So I think, but yeah, I truly think, back to the law of attraction thing. Like, I'm still learning, but the way that it's changed my outlook on like pretty much everything about golf is like unbelievable. And just the belief part, like, I don't want to say I lost belief in myself, but there was just like an underlying, like, I would say stuff like, well, I could end up just being a golf coach,
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I've probably
100%.
said that to you,
A
like,
million times.
yeah, like, how does that make any sense? Like, that, because then you're gonna start practicing like there's a backup, like,
Mm-hmm.
there's always something to fall back on. And it's just totally dismantle that. I can't have that. And I'm starting to enjoy the process of like speaking it and starting to really to feel like I'm already receiving it. I think that's like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun, and I felt so much more motivated. Like, motivation isn't a problem anymore for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I almost feel like if I'm not at the course now, I'm like I'm sick. You know, like it
Yeah,
just doesn't
yeah.
feel right.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I mean, back on your point of, or maybe it was my point, but where it's like if you, when you're a kid, you know,
Hmm.
I think one thing, I'm sure everyone has their own experience, but I remember when we were kids
Yeah.
and we had those Nerf guns,
Yeah.
I remember we would be in wars, you
Yeah.
know, like just fighting, and it felt so real, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, I feel like you really do lose, and I think it's something that you have to try to hold on to. It's just that, like, the belief that
Yeah.
it's truly happening and
Yeah.
that it will happen, you
Yeah.
know?
And almost the imagination too,
Hmm.
because like when you think as a kid, like there's so you can think anything. Like I think it's like almost like a new freedom. Like I'll never forget, we used to get these chairs and pin them over there, and we'd be shooting over here as if there's
Yeah, yeah.
kids over here, and
Hmm.
we'd fight air.
Yeah, for
Remember
hours,
we'd
hours and
used to
hours.
go, oh, what if we're at Chuck E. Cheese and someone tries talking to our girlfriends, and
Yeah,
we'd start fighting the air.
yeah.
Like bro, like it's stuff like that when you grow up and stuff, you just don't have that, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, to your point, like it's a good point. I need to watch that video of Togi saying that, because it's true and it's very interesting. But it's almost like how do you keep it? How do you keep that imagination? Like the belief part you choose,
Yeah,
but how do you really choose the imagination part? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think it's something like you have to teach yourself in a
Yeah,
way, you know?
yeah,
I think if you were to just keep hammering on and hammering, like, this is happening, it's happening,
yeah,
you'll start to really believe it, you
yeah.
know?
So what is I mean, this is kind of tying into the law of attraction, because you're kind of giving yourself some active practice here. But what does the next 10 years look like for you? Like, what is step by step plan?
I mean, this is kind of where I'm almost going back on my own words in a
Okay.
way. You know, I've always, for years, I've been wanting to just, I've always been thinking, like, I'm gonna be rich. I want to be rich.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking of all these ways, like going door to door. We did some stuff with that, you know,
Yeah.
cleaning garbage cans, mowing lawns, shoveling snow, pretty much anything you could think of. And I'm always just been, I'm gonna be rich, you know, I'm gonna have this car, I'm gonna live like this, pay off my parents' mortgage, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And but as of lately, everyone's been like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna be an electrician."
Yeah.
And I think, not saying that it's a bad job in any way, because I think that's where I'm headed. But the overall plan, the goal is that I would be able to own my own companies.
Hmm.
So if I was an electrician and get my own electrical company, I mean, my dad owns a company. Maybe I start working with him, trying to take over, because eventually gonna have to retire.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to take that company. I think if I learn how to really work that company and how everything works, and I have all the tools to do it, I think that's really a great thing that I
Hmm.
could do. And there's other things like, for example, day trading. You know, I went through like a 3 month phase where it's like, that's what I'm going to do. You know, and I was learning, watching YouTube videos, writing notes till 1 in the morning, you know, practice paper trading, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And lately I've been getting into that again. Like, just I took probably close to a year off, and now I'm like really trying to just hone that in again. And that's one of those things where you really do have to believe it.
Yeah.
Everyone who's successful at it has their own story of how hard it was, how they gave up, how they got back into it. So, I mean, that's something I would really love to do. I think that's the peak goal, like where I'd
Yeah.
really love to be. I think a more realistic goal is owning companies,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, that's my where I'd want to be. Up
Yeah.
here owning companies, doing just whatever, you know?
Yeah. Living the free life.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say this as if it matters,
Mhm.
because it's your life and you do what you want. But I think and there's no rush, obviously, but I think once you find out what it is, you know, if that's electrician or if it's day trading, entrepreneurship, door-to-door sales, whatever, I think when you find, you're like, okay, this is it, right? Like
Mhm.
this is it.
Yeah.
I think I think if you can just be like so dialed, like just like you are with work right now,
Mm-hmm.
but with like believing that, like, bro, if you have like the toe gear TJR mindset with any day
Yeah.
trading thing,
Yeah.
and you're just like, dude, I'll sit here and do this for 8 years
Mm-hmm.
and make $0 if that means I'll be a day trader,
Yeah.
like eventually,
Yeah.
like you just got to have that, like, I think
Passion in a
I
way.
think they say, um, I think in the book they say unwavering self belief. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
If you have unwavering self belief and you truly am just like, I'm gonna do this till I die, if it takes that,
Yeah.
you can't fail. You can't fail. You can't fail if you're like, I'm gonna do this until I'm dead, homeless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that stops anyone is they're like, I'm not making any money, or this is too hard.
And I mean, for us, both of us, I believe that's not necessarily an excuse
Hmm.
because I think for a lot of people, we have like a great support system.
Yeah.
Like as it feels very nice to know if I was to fail at everything, I would still have my parents, my friends' parents,
Yeah.
all that, my grandparents. And so I mean, there really is no reason not to try.
Yeah.
Like you have all the tools to try. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. And what do you like? If you're gonna have to do something in your life,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna fail at whatever you try doing in your life. Why not fail at the best one?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, would you rather be an electrician and fail a ton of times, or would you rather be a day trader? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I
Yeah.
feel like if you dumb it down to being that simple, you're gonna eventually get good,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
So I think, yeah, I think it's the same with me. Like, sometimes I'll be like, well, what if I don't become good enough? Well, what's stopping you? You don't practice enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just practice more.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple, and it's just so.
I mean, the
Yeah,
other part is people are like, "Oh, but I work. I do so much
yeah,
stuff."
yeah.
I guarantee you 90% of the kids in our school, you look at their phone, right? From when we get off at 7 to whenever they go to bed, 11 o'clock.
Hmm.
I guarantee you that whole time they've been doing something on their phone, something on their computer.
Yeah,
It's like you say you don't have time, but you do.
yeah,
There's so much time in a day that people just don't utilize.
yeah,
And I think that's one of the main things that holds everybody back
yeah,
is distractions. Partying, distraction, drinking, distraction, video games, distraction. It's just so many things where people are like, "Oh, well, I'm doing this." I
hmm,
mean, Jonah,
yeah,
right? The guy's like, "Oh, he's one of our buddies." He's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to get a job." He's been saying that he got a job now, but it was 2 years where we were working and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to get a job." He never tried.
hmm,
Instead he would be playing video games.
yeah,
And me and him had a very big argument over it and it was hard to do because I've known him my whole life and he is one of my closest friends.
hmm,
But it's like, why would I hang out with you if we're just going to play video games?
yeah,
And one thing he said that kind of hurt me was, if I'm not worth your time, don't bother. But it's like, it's not that you're not worth my time. It's that, how do I word it?
The
It's like,
video games aren't worth your
it's
time.
like you're not even worth your own time.
Hmm.
Like you're not working hard enough to be worth my time. So it's not that he's not worth my time. It's that he's using his time wrong and it's hurting me,
Yeah,
you know?
and not only are you not doing anything productive when you're with him,
Mm-hmm.
he's not doing anything. So it's a lose-lose for you. You go play
Yeah.
Minecraft with him, and you're just playing Minecraft, and when you could be doing other things.
Yeah.
But you're also watching your best friend just play Minecraft. Like,
Yeah.
you also want better for him.
I mean, if me and him or anybody, if anybody wants to hang out, right? And I truly like the person
Hmm.
and they want to do something productive, let's hang out all day.
Yeah.
Let's do productive stuff all day, get so much stuff done, all our chores done, get everything we need to do done, and just work.
Yeah.
You know, but no matter what, no matter how much I like you, you could be my favorite person in the world. If we're not doing something productive, why would I hang out with you?
Yeah.
You know, like, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, you like the person, just hang out with them."
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily believe that.
Yeah.
You know, you could like someone and talk for 15 minutes a day and still be productive
Yeah.
instead of spend 6 hours of your day being unproductive to get the same amount of conversation in.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. And I'm totally on the same page. I'm not going to say any names, but like, and it's not even like doing something productive. Like, I need to be golfing and you need to be day trading. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
100%.
we could be playing tennis or something, but as long
Yeah.
as you're doing something that's like good for you, or like we work out every time we hang out,
Mhm.
we're going golfing, like we're actually doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I have a friend, and I had like a girlfriend who loved them both to death. Like I'm not trying to say anything bad about them, but when you hang out with them, you're almost feeling like you're wasting time. Like you're having
Yeah.
a blast doing whatever. Like you could be sitting on your phone beside them,
Mhm.
right, for like 3 hours, but you're still loving it.
Yeah.
But the problem is over time you kind of feel guilty. You're like let's do something. We could be doing something, right?
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what's her nuts? Let's go play tennis, or let's go on a walk, or like something
Mhm.
like that. Like you're not technically getting anything done, but you're still with their company, but you're outside, you're getting steps in, you're getting a sweat in,
Mhm.
or even just like screw the freaking Notebook. Let's watch like Eric Carlson or
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
talk, like
Mhm.
let's watch a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
At least, even though you're still not getting anything done, at least it makes me feel like I'm getting something done.
Well, yeah, and it's like you could be doing nothing, playing a video game, scrolling on your phone,
Yeah.
or even if you're doing the same thing, but in a more learning aspect.
Yeah.
Like you could be watching Joe Rogan, one of the most unserious podcasters,
Yeah.
and still learn stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
There's so many good things in his podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's just the little things like that. Like, when have we ever hung out and for more than 10 minutes not been on our phones or something?
Yeah.
Like, never. We're
Mhm.
working out, we're playing mini hockey, we're doing something,
Even if it's the most stupid things.
Stupid crap.
Just,
Bro, perfect example. Went to White Rock Beach to find crabs.
Yeah.
That is the lowest of lows. You have nothing better to do when you're trying to find crabs at 17 years old.
Yeah.
And I might put the video in the podcast of Carson screaming about the crabs.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just stuff like that. And I think once you look at life that way, where it's like you're just trying to like pick at the time and try to slowly, like, okay, well, we could be doing this, and in all aspects of your life, you're just taking like little steps,
Well, I mean, and that's something that Ryan says a lot, which like really it's very important, is like something that I've not necessarily struggled with, but it's something that I find like hard on my day to day, is going to work and all my buddies are hanging out and I'm
Mhm.
like I know I'm doing the right thing, but I wish I was hanging out with them.
Yeah.
But what you've said is that just makes the hangouts way better.
Yeah.
And it makes it so, say you hang out every day and do nothing else. All you do is hang out, play video games. A hangout's not meaningful.
Yeah.
But if you're golfing 7 days a week, I'm working 5-6 days a week and doing homework.
Yeah.
When we hang out that 1 or 2 days, even for a few hours, it's so meaningful, and we really feel like the motivation to go and do something.
Yeah.
Where we truly feel like happy and like we're doing stuff together, you know?
I think that's where the motivation comes from.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
you look at, I'm not going to name their names, but which way is it? That way. Or
Yeah.
no, that way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those two?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Yeah.
Right? They play that one video game, they scroll,
Mm-hmm.
they don't do anything. Right? And it's because they're always together. I'm not
Yeah.
hating on them. That's just how they function. But like, when you're sitting at work and you're flipping pizzas, making your
And appetizers.
and appies,
Yeah.
and making your big bank now,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, yeah, you're like saying how the other night you're like, screw this, I want to be hanging out with the boys,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
But if you hung out with us every day, then we'd run out of things to do.
Yeah,
Like we wouldn't get stuck behind trains for 40 minutes and have to jump through them and
yeah,
fun
yeah.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, or like take our shirts off and moan in Fort Langley.
Yeah, that was productive.
Yeah, super productive.
And so it's just like, I don't know, I think it's almost in a way like as we've grown up, everything just seems more meaningful in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a very bad memory, especially of like the past.
Hmm.
And so when I think back and it's like, oh, well, we used to hang out every day, no matter what, we would be hanging out.
Yeah.
It's all kind of just jumbled up. You know,
Yeah,
like I have
yeah,
a
yeah.
few memories, but now we hang out 2 times a week
Yeah.
and we do really like just good stuff. You
Yeah.
know, like we do important like stuff that's very memorable and it's
Mhm.
almost like, oh, well, this day we did this and this day we did this.
Mhm.
And it's because it just means so much more,
Yeah.
you know?
And we're also actually like doing things. Because I mean,
Mhm.
not that we've always been the friendship where we're always doing something, but it used to be like mini hockey every day, then eat goldfish, then walk to Max, and then come home. But
Yeah.
now we're Fort, White Rock,
Workout.
golfing, workouts,
Mhm.
going to this gym,
Eating
going
good
here.
food.
Yeah. And I think one of the things like that, I mean, you matured way faster than everyone else, I
Yeah,
think. Not
yeah.
even trying to toot your horn or anything, but like I went through such a dumb phase of like 2 3 years of caring so much of what people thought of me
Yeah.
and trying to be cool and stuff like that, and it was all just coming from insecurities.
Mhm.
And like I thought partying and drinking was so cool. I was like, yeah, dude, like living my youth, like all this dumb crap, this like
Yeah.
right, like stupid. Like now when I think back to it, I'm like, what am I doing? And not working out and just focusing on totally the wrong things.
Yeah.
And I used to always say, and hanging out with my girlfriend at the time, like I have enough time for it, right? Like,
Mhm.
oh, like if I hang out with her 3 hours today, I'd always hit balls before most of the time, right? I still have time to hit balls. And but if I go to this party, it's only one night and I'll just golf before and then I'll still golf the next day, right?
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't think it's the partying. It's not the 5 hours that matters. I
Mhm.
think what matters is like the desire to be in a situation like that. Like why do you want to party so bad?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
why do you want to drink and just going to the parties is like embracing that lifestyle, and it's kind of that manifestation part. You're bringing more of that into your life, and it's
Mhm.
like you could be surrounding yourself with so many better people. And by the way, for everyone's listening, this is all Nathan's words. I'm just repeating them because this guy used to give me shit all the time about going to parties, and I'd be like, "Oh, piss off." But it's true. Like you're surrounding yourself with people who have nothing better to do, and unless you're going to a party with like just a big group hangout
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
just hanging out with your buddies and like maybe like we're hanging out with type or something, like that's totally different, right? Like you're just like hanging out.
Mhm.
But to like go to a big party to like really just want to get drunk just cuz, I just like it's I've gone to the point now where I'm finally glad I've kind of matured a bit and been like, what are you doing like with your time?
Yeah. I mean, and one thing I've always said is I truly don't think, I mean, alcohol is a big part of it, but I don't think going to a party, you know, getting drunk will ever be as fun as just 4 or 5 guys just hanging out in a garage,
Yeah.
you know? And I, I mean, there's so many people that I can name right now who their fun is going to a party and getting drunk. I would truly believe that that is fake fun.
Yeah.
You know, like we have real fun. I think that's fake fun.
That's such a good point. That's such a good point because you're chasing the fun.
Yeah.
You know, you're not letting the fun come. Like I had one of the most fun times I've ever had throwing rocks at rocks,
Mhm. Yeah.
trying to build sand to get a stick to stand on its own,
Mhm.
and trying to find baby crabs.
Yeah.
And like that was way more fun than I had ever had at a party. And the only times I ever had more fun is when I was drinking and just making a complete fool of myself.
Mhm.
Complete fool of myself. I was like 130 pounds in like wife beaters, skinny as hell,
Mhm.
thinking I'm big and drinking alcohol to fit in with Like, I think there's so much more to be doing. And yeah, I think that's a great point. Like it's not real fun. You're needing a drug
Yeah.
to make you have a good time.
And I mean, I see why people do it.
Mhm.
Like I would one night just love to go, drink with my buddies and then go to a party.
Yeah.
But I know that what we do, like going to White Rock, maybe we drive to Vancouver for just to get dinner.
Yeah.
I know that that is more fun and that's where like I should be
Yeah.
rather than at a party doing like dumb stuff.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. And I think as much fun as like sometimes it is to do that, I think you're just drawing yourself around people and habits and like things that just like aren't good because it's addictive, bro. Like I used to fiend for parties. I'd be like, bro, when's the next party? When's the next party? When's the next party? And then that's all you're thinking about, right? Like
Yeah.
that's you're using the power of the mind like literally to just cook yourself. You're just screwing yourself over. So, and I think that truly like when I was wanting to party and especially wanting to drink, that was like the lowest point. I thought it was like the highest. Like I thought I was having a great time. But when I look back at it, I'm like, dude, like all you did was practice 5 days a week. You'd skip days on weekends to go to parties, and like, yeah. So
And I mean, it's also a very dark path.
yeah.
Like I work with people. Keep in mind, I'm 17, right?
Mhm.
I work with people who are 25, 26, making like weird jokes, and I can have fun with them at work. But then they're like, "Oh, let's go get hammered." It's like you wonder why you're making no money. You
Yeah.
wonder why you're living paycheck to paycheck
Yeah.
in your parents' house at almost 30.
Yeah.
It's because you do this. I think if you get too addicted to it, it just becomes a terrible habit that it's very hard to shake.
Yeah.
And it goes from parties with your buddies to drinking and going to random parties and party hopping to just drinking, and then it just keeps on spiraling.
Yeah.
I think it never ends up necessarily being a good thing if you keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think even like as much as I'm kind of like against drinking now, even though obviously I wasn't, but now I am. I think that there's like a time and a place. Like if I won a golf tournament and like I had all you guys over just like that like a couple weeks ago when all of us were just like chilling here, then it's like as long as you're not getting like sloshed, you're just having like a beer and putting on a game. I feel like that's a different thing. And or like if you got, I mean, you did get a promotion, but if you got like a promotion, it was like a big deal, and we like threw like a little party, and it was like 10 guys put on a game, chips and beers. I feel like that's different, and I think we need to do that more. By the way, like just like have the guys over and just like put a game on. When have we ever watched a sports game? Like really never.
Yeah.
So I think we need to do that more. But yeah, I just think there's just you have to learn to just at least try to put your best foot forward.
And I mean, I think it comes down to really just like appreciating life.
Yeah.
Like what is it to go to a party, get drunk, wake up hungover, and forget everything you did that night?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Go have real fun, make actual memories of doing good stuff. I think it means just so much more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the other things too that kind of over these past few months I've kind of like clued into a little bit is that like McGregor said it one time, he's like, you need to have your people and that's it. Like if someone's not on the same like path as you, like what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone's on a different path in a sense. Carson's playing soccer, Chase is, working, he's just working super hard in the gym. You're doing gym, you got like day trading, whatever, all that stuff. I'm trying to go golf. So we're all technically on our own paths, but we're all working hard in a sense. And we're all bouncing ideas off of each other, And when I think about all the friends who I used to like, I'd be like, oh, I want to be friends with him, and I want this girl to like me, and like was trying to fit in with so many different people. Then you have no friends, But I think the more that you, me, Carson, and Chase has like in this year have been like just kind of hanging out with each other, and even Jonah, like we're just hanging out with each other. only spending time with each other, not trying to like get anyone else's attention and just like fake it with people who we're not tight with.
Mm-hmm.
I think our friendship has gotten so much better, and then you're surrounding yourself with better people who know you
Yeah,
better.
yeah. And I mean, one thing that I find very unproductive in a way is hanging out with people you don't like.
Yeah,
Like, why are you gonna spend your time acting like you like people? Like, I mean, I can name 100 people who do it,
yeah,
and it's like, if you don't like them, if I don't like somebody, they'll know.
yeah,
I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I like you, keep doing this.
yeah,
Like, if I think that we're on different paths, like, I'm not gonna talk to you.
yeah,
I just don't think it's worth the time.
yeah, yeah. I wish I learned that earlier.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so many people I can think of who have like tried to be acquaintances with or would be friends with, and like, or even just been a douche. Like, there's been people who I'm like fake being a friend with, and I'm the douche, and
Mhm.
and we're both faking to be each other's friend. It's this awkward thing, and I'm talking shit about them. They're talking shit about me. It's just like when I found out that it's just like not worth the time. You just need to find your friends and just only focus on your friends and not talk shit about people for like no reason. It's
Yeah.
just like a different,
Yeah.
it's a different view.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah. Anywho, um, my Pepsi addiction might need to go away pretty soon here. We're talking about all this motivational stuff and sitting being addicted to something. I feel like that's kind of
Well, and I've
counterintuitive.
got tea. I'm addicted to tea.
Yeah, but at least yours isn't on the camera.
Yeah.
Your tea isn't on the camera.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we got into good stuff. So what's your goals for the gym? Let's hear some gym goals.
So I mean, for the longest, so I've always been skinny, right? So one of my main things is I just want to get big.
Yeah.
If I get a little bit of if I lose my abs, it's not the end of the world to me.
Yeah.
I want to be big and strong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really something I've been focusing on. Of course, I want to look good, for the summer
Yeah.
and all that. But I think my main goal is to get very strong and just like really get better at things that I'm not necessarily good at. Like I was always had a weak chest. Like I've always had kind of decent biceps, but I always had a weak chest.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been focusing on chest. And now my new thing is legs. Playing goalie in hockey really hurt my knees. So I was like, oh, it's okay. I'm not going to hit legs. Like it's going to hurt my knees.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to learn to adapt in a way and like find out machines. Oh, this one I can't do. Like, for example, squats. I can't do squats because my knees lock up.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do some kind of a hack squat or a leg press, I find it a lot easier on my knees and I
Yeah.
find that I can do it. So I think my main goal is just to adapt and get big doing things that I'm not necessarily comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it is. I think it comes from eating too. I've always been skinny and I've always struggled to eat a lot.
Yeah.
And so lately I've been trying to just gain weight, do things I'm uncomfortable with, and just get healthier. Like instead of when I first started trying to put on weight, I'd be like, oh, well, I'm going to eat this because it has a lot of calories.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, well, it's got all these things that make it have lots of calories, like chemicals and words I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to focus on more of like a whole food diet
Mm-hmm.
and just in general, like boost my health, be
Yeah.
a healthier guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's good. And I even slip into the I'm gonna eat Nutella toast
Yeah.
4 times a day
Mhm.
because it's gonna make me hit my 4,000 calories. So I think there's kind of a balance, and it just depends on what your goals are, right? If
Mhm.
you're like kind of me, where I'm in a situation where I'm like I'm trying to get to this weight by this day, bro. If you eat, and I have a fast metabolism, if I eat too much butter and too much Nutella, and like you said, I get to 18% body fat or whatever, bro, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I'm just what I'll eat 1,000 calories a day, which is going to be easy for me,
Mhm.
and then just cut the weight in a week, right? Like,
Mhm.
so I think it just depends, but yeah, dude, the summer's gonna be peak, bro. We're gonna be ripped, wife beaters every day, and just at the beach. I just feel like we're gonna be like a known customer at the beach. Like we're just gonna be there every day.
One thing I mean, we haven't talked about it at all, but one thing I've been thinking of lately is like hikes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few people who do hike consistently, and I
Hmm.
used to hike with my mom a lot. But I feel like it's just such a great thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like for 4 or 5 or 6 hours just in nature, just you're not looking for anything but the view and like to genuinely enjoy nature and enjoy the walk and enjoy the destination.
Yeah.
And I think it's not just about the walk, but I think it's about like more accomplishing something in a
Yeah.
way, you know?
Yeah. I think I'm down. That'd be a fun experience. The only thing
Yeah,
I would want to run it just because
I agree.
yeah, like
I
I'd
agree.
be more down to run it just because like I feel like walk in I don't know, I feel like I'd walk anywhere, you know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd
100%.
rather run it. You know what I really want to do?
Mm.
Grouse grind.
Yeah,
So bad.
yeah.
So bad. I had this one person, they know who they are. She knows who she is. Who I think it was like an hour or an hour and 10 or something. And she had done like just around there, I think. And she's like, no, you totally can't do below that, right? I'm like,
Hmm.
fuck you, I'm doing it, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing it. I remember
Yeah.
telling her so many times, like, I'm gonna go this month, and I just kept putting it off. I really want to go do the grouse grind, and like I know the altitude's a problem. Like that's one of the struggles
Yeah.
is once you get higher up, like you struggle to breathe. But I'm gonna give it like, dude, I say we train like a week, like
I'm down.
every morning, just like go on runs, incline, treadmill, and just
I mean, even if
get
we did
ready.
like, you know, just 2 weeks of solid, like doing some cardio or running, and then maybe we go for a few like shorter
Yeah.
runs up a actual mountain just to get the feel,
Hmm.
feel the rocks under our feet, and then just go for it.
Yeah.
Just try something new.
Yeah. That'd be such a blast.
Yeah.
And get the smoothie or whatever's at the top.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. Something like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Dude, that'd be peak. And we gotta post like on Instagram, like third time doing gross grind today, or like totally just like totally
Just
troll.
LARP.
Yeah,
LARP the
yeah,
gross
yeah.
grind.
LARP the gross grind. Dude, you know what I saw that was I thought was so funny?
Hmm.
That fat actor from Jumanji.
Yeah.
He was like, the gross grind. I love the gross grind, or something like that. He was talking about how he loves the gross grind,
Hmm.
talking about Vancouver, and he's just a fat dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
know you
Yeah.
ain't doing no gross grind,
Yeah.
bro. Like, what? But yeah, dude, I think that would be so top. And another, I mean, the ideas are endless. Our imagination maybe is coming back a little bit, but I really want to play like a bunch of pickleball this year.
No, 100%.
I just feel like we're so competitive, and I think that's one of the sports that we'd be the closest.
Yeah. No,
Be-
I fully agree.
Because I feel like there's a lot of sports that we're pretty like we fluctuate. Like you're quite a bit better, or I'm quite a bit better.
Hmm.
I don't think there's a sport that we're actually really even, other than hockey, obviously.
Yeah.
Hockey we're really even, but bro, pickleball.
Yeah.
Because you're horrible at tennis. I'll be honest. You're not very good at tennis.
No, it's just in my defense, we have 2 rackets, right?
I knew you were going there.
I've always had the bad one,
Yeah.
and he's always had the good one. And he's like, "Oh, I'll just give you the good one." That's like you've always driven a Honda Civic, and then they're like, "Oh, just rip around this racetrack in a Porsche GT3 RS."
Yeah.
It's just not how it works. Like you got to get used to it a bit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, whatever excuses the weak want to say.
I'll say you're better, but I'm not terrible.
Okay. You know who is terrible?
Hmm.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase is terrible. Sorry, Chase. But yeah, bro, pickleball would be top, especially now that they have the lights at LEC. Like nighttime, bro.
Yeah.
Screw this. We're going all nighter. Gotta have that
Pickleball all
Tiger
night.
Woods mindset. Actually, I don't want to be like Tiger Woods. I want to crash my car. Talking about crashing cars, have you happened to do anything dumb in your car?
Nope.
No? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wanted to clear the air, of course.
Just, few close calls, I'll say.
Yeah.
Just doing cool stuff and
Cool stuff. I mean,
goes a little sideways, maybe over a curb or something.
yeah. Like I feel like in a sense it was more of just a shortcut. Like you were
Yeah.
well, I need to kind of go that way back to Langley.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I just jump over this in my car?
And like scrape the whole bottom of my car.
Yeah, and get the coffee all over Ryan's $130 pants.
Yeah.
That didn't come out. But yeah, dude, the summer's gonna be insane. It's gonna be so much fun. And I think if we really like take this mindset and stuff that we're talking about, like putting our goals first and really believing what we want and and like spending our time
Mhm.
like doing good
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
that if when we hang out and we're doing like the biggest goonery stuff ever and we're just like messing around,
Yeah.
going to cultist to like tan,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
some blonde girl
Yeah.
stuff, like
Yeah.
something like that. Like, bro, it's just gonna be so
Or,
much
bro,
fun.
even just going to like, I don't know, one place I've always wanted to go, like, even just for a weekend, is just drive really far up to like Kelowna or
Yeah,
Kamloops, and just, I think for me the drive's just half of it.
yeah,
Like obviously being there would be cool on the lake or whatever,
yeah,
but just driving like 180, 200 up the Coquihalla, just
yeah,
ripping. I think that'd
yeah.
just be so cool.
And I think more of the fun with us comes within the planning.
Yeah,
Like we'll be on the drive, we'll be like, dude, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and we might not do half of it,
yeah,
but it's like the idea of like just I can't wait to get there,
yeah,
and we're gonna
yeah.
do all this, or like we'll go to the beach in Kelowna, like, and the whole way we're gonna think there's all these girls there, and we go and there's gonna be grannies, like stuff like
Happens a
that.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, like there's gonna be so many endless things to do. And I think another thing that kind of pushes this like trying to value every moment thing is I'm gonna be gone in the summer, halfway through
Mhm.
the summer.
Yeah,
Carson's probably gonna be gone somewhere, or at least busy. And you're gonna be stupid busy. Chase is gonna probably be mad busy. Like everyone's kind of veering off their own way.
yeah,
Like we're gonna look back and be like, I would do anything to go look for crabs again.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
not. We're never gonna go. We're almost never gonna go. Oh, I wish I could just go back and sit in Chase's room and scroll on my phone. You
Or,
know?
oh, I would really hope to be 17 again, going to parties
Yeah,
and, just standing in the corner getting drunk
yeah,
with my buddies.
yeah.
It's like,
I really wish I could go back and uh, do that thing that I don't even remember doing because I was drunk.
yeah.
But I want to go do it again. It just doesn't make any sense. Come on.
I think I don't know, I think we have such limited time before we all like are grown-ups and have to do our like own things.
Yeah,
Where I think doing stuff that's like actually,
memorable.
yeah, memorable and stuff that actually holds value
Hmm.
is just so important,
Yeah, yeah. The other thing I think too is I think our best memories came from something going wrong.
Yeah,
Like you never plan something out that goes mad fun. We
yeah,
went,
yeah.
perfect example, when we went to the beach, we were going to go play volleyball. And it
Mhm.
ended up being cold and the sand was soaked
Yeah.
and we ended up finding crabs. Like it's that like redirect of your plans. Or bro, we just went to go to get coffee. That was all we went to do was go get
Yeah.
coffee.
Coffee.
And we ended up flying,
Yeah.
So like there's always just, I think you just need to like just go send it. And like we'll go to walk to Max and we end up at Callie's house.
Yeah.
That's how it all started.
Yeah.
Like we went to Max and then we went to LEC and we ended up making a new friend group. Like
Mhm.
it's just, you just gotta live and it'll